This is part 2 of our episode on porn, which shit happens when you party naked. Now, it does feature porn, because that's the title. So, if you clicked on this expecting something else, well, definitely turn it up. Make sure your parents, neighbors, priest, and your conscience can hear, and definitely enjoy.
The premium logins.
Deep spin, that was great.
That was a good one.
Nice. But what if you were dating a girl? Let's say you were dating a nice girl, or a nice young man. I don't want to make any assumptions about you. We only just met. So maybe you're dating a nice young man. Okay. I don't know. I don't judge either. I pulled a beer out of my boot. I'm not judging other people. I'm fucked up.
Okay.
At any rate, let's say you're dating
You're working
a nice...
on getting fucked up.
We're working on it, yeah. Fuck yeah. Sunday fun. Well, we're going pretty easy. It is a Sunday, so we're going pretty easy because it's Sunday. But,
we're only doing bourbon, wine, and beer.
That's what, yeah.
We left the drugs at home.
Yeah.
We don't know you guys that well.
Well, I got a little out in the car. We could go toot a little... at any rate, we'll do that during the break.
We'll do that before the next episode. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, excellent. If you're dating a nice young man that you met at school, and then, as a matter of you guys getting together, maybe you guys go to prom together. It's a nice, guy, gay prom. It's really sweet. You guys are getting together. You, put the boutonnieres on each other and stuff. But, your folks come to take the pictures and stuff. And, your dad meets his mom, and, they're both single or whatever, and, they hook up. But it's wait, I was dating this dude first, and now our parents are hooking up. Now we're technically stepbrothers because they went and got fucking hitched. And now I'm fucking my stepbrother. I don't want to fuck my stepbrother. He wasn't my stepbrother when we started dating, but now I'm blowing my stepbrother. That's fucking weird.
Don't you think that's a little, that's a very rare... What does G say? 5 standard deviations from the norm? As opposed to, what we're seeing on the porn sites, which is, dad fucks daughter, there's no in between, it's not this crazy extenuating circumstance
I don't
that you
think
have to invent.
That probably doesn't happen in porn a whole lot, but I imagine that has to happen
I want to watch
several thousand times a day.
I want to watch a 3-hour video that's this entire story arc.
So not quite that story arc, but let me try to remember exactly. So my grandfather, I never met him, but so I think it was my mom and dad got married. And then my grandfather, at the wedding, met this lady who was my mom's grandfather met my dad's grandmother or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the story exactly right. I'm bad with family lineage. But it happened in my family. And they met each other, and they hooked up, and they got married.
At the after the wedding?
Yeah,
because they met at the wedding?
No, they rolled it into one wedding.
Yeah. It's fuck it, we ain't got much time left. Let's do it.
But yeah, so my mom and dad got married, and then they got married. So it was kind of one of those weird things.
Yeah, so it's double family.
But that's backwards. That's different than going down the lineage. That's going backwards. It can't be incest if it's backwards, right?
Well, I would imagine that your mom and dad would be step siblings at that point, right? If their parents got married. Technically speaking, I don't want to... I'm not an expert. I'm no genealogist, but I think they're related now, and so that is technically incest.
So it wouldn't be weird for the grandparents, but it would make it weird for the parents.
I imagine it would.
But if they were married first, I feel like then it's all okay to go backwards, as long as you're going up the family tree and not down it.
It's more that it's hard to explain, right? Because, if you have to explain that to somebody, it still sounds oh... okay, that's still pretty weird, and they're gonna be skeptical, like you're making the shit up,
or you purposely just don't explain it.
Yeah. But if you have to explain it, there's gonna be questions okay, so your parents and your parent-in-law are married.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all married.
Okay. I think that's a great story to tell, at a party, just as an icebreaker. Hey, I've never met you before, but my parents are technically step siblings. I have a feeling that would get you laid, actually. That would be pretty successful for...
I'll try it out.
Yeah, I think give it a shot, report back. I want to hear about how that goes. Because it's interesting. I think most people are what the fuck did you just say? That doesn't happen. That's not real. Oh, yeah, it's real.
It reminds... Okay, so I'm kind of taking a left here, but there's this trope in porn that I always find hilarious. To the point where I will just start bursting out laughing while watching it, regardless of what's going on down below. And that's... I finally got him. And
It's really good.
And that's where you're watching this video. Let's say it's like a 20-minute video, right? And halfway, there's this huge long story and this build up. Eventually they get to, oh my God, I am fucking butchering this. So it's like a 20-minute video, and like halfway through is when...
Were you just getting excited?
When I'm just getting excited.
Was the blood flowing
Oh, man,
too
I am
low
getting
below,
there
so
right
you were having a hard time?
flows away from
It's
the
rushing to
brain.
my face right now. If you can see, I'm getting really red.
Yeah.
I'm getting so
Is
excited.
that generally
Okay.
what happens?
Exactly. That's what happens. It all happens up here first, and then it fucking down.
Does that help you with telling the story?
That's absolutely.
Dude, she is the worst. If you're trying to tell a story and she thinks she can derail it at all, I mean, she will fucking
But I don't
throw
mean
you
to.
off the
I was
rails.
doing plenty derailing
It just
on my
kinda
own.
happens.
That was perfect.
Will throw you off the rails. Like, she loves doing that. I think it took me like 3 attempts to tell the story about the Asian kid that I yelled at on campus. I told him I would blow him because he was holding some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, yeah.
And it took me like 3 attempts, I think.
At
I mean,
least.
it was partially the booze too, but it was definitely a lot of my wife just like, oh, hey, you're trying to tell this story, let me derail you.
Okay, so let's say it's Pool Boy. You brought that up earlier, right? So Pool Boy, and he's out, he's cleaning the pool, and then he goes to go inside and get paid, and the woman's like all over him, and he's just like, well, I don't know, and then like instantly fucking sucking his dick. Like, it's not, there's always this hesitation, and then instantly they're completely naked fucking.
Yeah.
That always fucking gets me every single time.
Yeah, he's like, oh, no, I don't want to do anything with this lady. And then within 3.5 seconds, he's literally inside her anus. Like, they like whiz past all the normal shit. And he's like, no, I don't know if this is appropriate. I don't think we should do this. You know, ma'am, you know, your husband's the one who hired me. I really don't think And then smash cut, he's got her by the side of the head and he's fucking her ear. You know what I mean? You're like, you didn't think this was appropriate? Now you're fucking her ear? What the fuck? It is.
It's literal
I love
smash
that shit.
cut.
Yeah, literal smash cut. And he's like boning her ear.
Yeah, that's my big turn. So one of my porns I like a lot are like the lesbian seduction ones. Like just like 2 best friends and one girl's like, yeah, hey, I really like you. And she's like, oh, I like you too. Then she starts feeling a leg and stuff, and like, but I've never been with a girl, and you know this whole like story and stuff. I like that. But then it's
Keep going.
I've never been
Keep
with a girl.
going. I like that too.
Keep going. We like where this is going.
Yeah, then they start
felt it
kissing and
move.
stuff, and it's good. It's good. They start, you know, getting a little hot and heavy, and all of a sudden, like, she's got her tongue up her asshole. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
That's my favorite part too.
like take a little slower here. I could see like the build up to that, but you can't just like start with the tongue in the asshole.
Like, you got me invested in the story, and now we're on to chapter 6.
I
Like,
know. I feel like I missed a chapter. I feel like maybe the reason they do that, though, also is just so that you don't have to masturbate for like 45 minutes while you're waiting to get to the tongue in the asshole part. Like, they understand that you probably want to ejaculate at the same time as the girl is tonguing the other girl's asshole. So they're thinking, well, you know, this guy's going to get a raw dick if he's got to watch 40 minutes of like foreplay and fingering and stuff before the tongue in the asshole. So let's just cut out the boring stuff. Let's go from the hand and the leg, the seduction part, straight to the tongue in the asshole so that the guy can get off in about 3 minutes.
well, that's what the 15-second jump button is for.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, like, I get this, like, 15 seconds, and then all of a sudden, it's like he's finishing it. You're like, what did I miss in 15 seconds?
I never heard of the 15-second jump.
Yeah. That, I mean, it's pretty. It's on. I think on YouTube they have the 30-second one, and
Yeah.
you can like double tap the right side of the picture, and it'll jump it ahead 30 seconds.
And that's useful in porn.
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. Well, okay, so
Hold on. Do
yeah.
you agree?
You know,
I mean, they were both pretty.
what I'll say is that I was not super aware of the little jump button. I would usually, I mean, I'm an old guy. I mean, my first porn was like VHS tapes of Pamela Anderson getting railed.
Yeah, mine was Game Informer. It's okay.
Jeez. Mine was a Sears catalog from 1840.
Better
How old is
Homes and
Sears?
Gardens.
Oh, shit. Mine was the AARP magazine.
All right, you win.
That old lady was making eye contact with me. I had to
Listen,
look
she
at,
worked that walker.
Dude, and that sweater blouse was low
She
cut. let
she
me
had
tell you.
fallen, but I knew she could get up. She just didn't want to.
Yeah, maybe she couldn't get up. She got me up. She fell, but she got me up.
Do you happen to have a picture of that for?
Just for research.
Yeah,
Research
no,
purpose.
Research.
I'll send you the link. I got it.
my
I'll text that
goodness.
to you. I'm an old timer, so like you get the little bar going across, like YouTube has it. Everybody, you can even with audio podcasts and stuff like that, you can kind of drag the bar. That's what I would always do. Is just like move the bar
They call it
around.
scrubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrub through the video.
Yeah.
Get to the good part.
Yeah.
Well, you're like, okay,
Specifically the cum shot.
I've seen enough of the dick and vagina. Let's jump.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough of that. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like, all right, I'm almost ready. Let's go to the end. And you just skip to the end.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of porn sites do a great job of giving you like, hey, we're gonna film this porn, and maybe it was 45 minutes long to begin with, but we're gonna like whack it down to about 20-second of just the highlight reel.
Yeah, good
I
verb.
really prefer the highlight reels for that stuff. It's like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like here's a pizza delivery guy putting down the pizza. She's got his dick out. She's sucking it. Now she's sitting on his face. Now he's fucking her in the butt. Now he's coming in her ear. There we go. It's 10 seconds and it's like, boom, it's done. It's all I need. It's like Cliff's Notes of fucking. That's all I needed.
Life pro tip on Pornhub, and I think the few other sites, but Pornhub especially, they have like these little markers that they have. So it's like blowjob, anal, doggy style.
So you can scrub to that exact mark
Yeah.
on the line.
So you can go to like each section. It's not all videos.
You
but
just changed Jason's life.
and also you can use the arrow buttons. So like the left arrow or right arrow, and oh.
He's come with equipment. He just pulled a laptop out of his boot.
Doing some very vigorous typing.
I didn't know about that.
That is a long URL.
That's incredible.
That is a custom URL right there. He knows exactly which video he's going to. AARporn.com.
AARporn.com.
I feel like you guys have really helped Jason open up about his porn fetishes I haven't known about before.
What's the kinkiest fetish you have that Christina doesn't know about?
That Christina doesn't know
I
about?
should get out my
Ugh.
notebook.
It's getting warm in here.
Okay. Okay.
Things
What's something that if you see in the clip, you know how like you can hover over the video and sometimes it'll show like a little thing that
I
you're
know
like,
all about that.
that you're like that's the one I'm gonna click on this time because you just saw like one little thing. Like I really like
Yeah.
freckles. Like
Oh, okay.
that's fucking weird, right? Like
No, that's
Yeah.
but I find them hot. So like if I see a woman and she's like really freckly, I'm clicking that video.
yeah. No, I can. Totally
And then it's
see
always
that.
a fucking incest video. And I'm like,
She's
well,
always-
now I got to either get off quick or find something else.
And she's always getting fucked by her grandpa. or
Focus,
something.
Jason.
It's always Hitler's grandfather.
I mean, let me think about let me run down a list of what I like. You know what I mean? Chicks with dicks,
It's not gonna be serious.
testicles. Yeah, like, I clicked on one. It was pretty awesome. I like to be surprised. I like a surprise. I like birthdays, I like Christmas. I love a surprise. So I clicked on one because it's like the little cover image was like this chick, and she's like leaning in, and she's got dick in her hand. She's like, she's about to get down.
It was her own.
It was her own. The camera slowly loses. I mean, she's getting in on it. I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's got to be nice for that guy. He's getting his dick sucked. She's really working hard. Like, look at that. And the camera slowly zooms back. And then you're like, wait a second. Wait a second. That's his dick. The lady is a dude. She's got a dick. And she's sucking her own dick. I can't tell you how hard I came. I mean, wow.
Nate, any input on this?
So I have a rule in my personal life, which is you have to be honest with yourself. So if you, like, let's say you're walking down the street and you see like this, the nicest ass you've ever seen, and you think it's a female, and you know, that's the nicest ass I've ever seen, and then you get closer, ends up being a dude, you have to admit that dude has the nicest ass I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. I may not be attracted to the rest, but it's still attractive.
Yeah.
If you see, say, someone online or someone in person and they are transgender and you find them to be really attractive, you could say, hey, I'm not down with the dick exactly. You know, I wouldn't suck it or fuck it or whatever, but this person's really attractive.
Yeah.
This
A mouth
means
is
so
a
much
mouth.
more for my understanding of Nathan as a person, given the suit that he's literally wearing right now. When he says, "Oh, I'm not down with the dick," I wouldn't suck it, but straightens his tie.
Yeah, he'd straighten that tie up, get that clip just right, get that little pocket square just right. Yeah, but I mean, like, look, if the tranny's got a nice ass, I mean, like, let's be real. Like, that's real hair. I'd pull that. A mouth's a mouth.
If hypothetically, so I'm not into trannies or transsexual. Let's be PC. It's a porn episode, but transsexual people, not transsexual people. But let's say I met a girl, and she was super hot, attractive. She had like a nice, feminine voice and everything. And then we're dating for like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks in, I find out that she's like got a dick. I'd be like, okay, I guess we're dating.
What if it's bigger than yours?
We wouldn't compare.
Would you keep dating her?
I mean, probably. I mean, if she was really nice and I was really attracted to her, sure, why not? It's not like a thing I'm into, but the main thing I'm attracted to is the rest of the. I can probably ignore I can fuck her in the ass.
A mouth's a mouth.
Wow. Do you all feel that way too?
I feel like that would be a deal breaker because I wouldn't like that. There would be a glaring part of that person that I have no no desire to be with.
Let me be clear about something. I'm not exactly attracted to the vagina. So I find the vagina hot. Like, I want to put my penis in it, but it's like I don't exactly get off to the vagina. I get off to the ass and the tits.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, look at a vag, and when you're not horny, it's kind of like, okay, that's a thing.
Do y'all agree with that? This is interesting.
I would say, I mean, yeah, it depends on the vagina too. I mean, you see the ones.
Does it, Jason?
Yeah, you see the ones online that look like a Arby's roast beef sandwich, and you're like, well, you know what? That in and of itself is not necessarily an attractive image because it does look like a roast beef sandwich from Arby's.
Outside of an Arby's, it's not an attractive.
Yeah, I mean, I love Arby's. Let's be real here. The beef and cheddar with that onion bun.
Well, that's great because they're our sponsor this week. They have the new vagina burger.
The fur burger.
Hot off the grill.
Oh my goodness.
Munch down on that box.
Yeah, get down on that box. Comes in a box. The box in a box.
Comes in a box, then you come in the box.
Oh,
That's
jeez,
perfect.
yeah. So, no, I probably see. I mean, look, obviously, I'm married. My wife is definitely a she. There's no penis there. So, I mean, either.
Well, we were gonna maybe talk about that on our episode.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. So, like, that's the episode where you
No
reveal
spoilers.
You're like a post-op.
Yeah, don't spoil.
This is a teaser for that episode.
Teaser.
There's
Teaser.
possibly a penis down there.
Hey.
Maybe.
Or there
We're
used
gonna
to be.
fucking
that I
tell
didn't know
y'all
about,
at this
yeah.
point.
Schrodinger's box.
We'll be finding out.
So, I mean, but.
Schrodinger's pussy.
It exists in both states.
And that's the type of humor that we need to talk is famous for. What we call smart comedy.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's pussy.
I heard this podcast was classy, but I was not even prepared. This is I mean, even my wildest expectations have been exceeded. But I would say that if I was not married, if I didn't have a lovely wife, and I did begin dating a person that I thought was a nice young lady, but turned out to be a dude, I mean, maybe I would be attracted to her boobs and her butt, and she'd been taking some estrogen and looked good and nice, and but then once the scrotum comes out, it's kind of like on top of the fact that this is probably going to be a terrible idea in the long term, but I do want to have children one day. I mean, I would like to reproduce. I'm not sure the world will thank me for that, but I would like to bring smaller versions of me into the world. And it's going to be kind of hard to do if the person that you're with has a cock and balls.
I'm pretty sure that they have they can do a thing now where they mix the DNA of two men and they can actually make a baby now. I'm pretty sure
Really?
science is at that point that they can make a baby out of two men's
I didn't know
DNA.
that.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Why? That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Who cares?
I agree.
guess,
I
yeah.
totally
Plus,
agree.
you could adopt. Like, why you gotta spread yourself when there's so many others?
No, it's my narcissism.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's
I
acceptable
am
response.
pretty fantastic, and I think part of that is genetic. I mean, some of it is, it's nature and nurture. Obviously, I the boots and pulling flasks out of the boots and stuff, that's not all genetic. But, I do think that it's maybe the narcissist in me who's like, no, it has to be. I have to spread my seed. I'm not against adopting one. You know what I mean? Like, you get a 17-year-old kid from Vietnam, and he's wicked good at math, and I'm going to send him to MIT. He's going to make daddy a lot of money. That's fine. But,
Hey, Pepin.
Yo.
Do you usually subscribe to entire podcasts, or do you look for specific topics?
Well, I try using the search function on my podcast player on my phone. It doesn't work too well. Try using Google. Google, it's not really set up for it. So I honestly have trouble.
Why don't you just use Listen Notes?
Listen Notes. What's that?
It's a search engine for podcasts that doesn't just search for the terms you're looking for in the title of the episode or the title of the podcast, but from inside the episode itself. Meaning if you're looking for a specific topic, you can find specific podcast episodes that are about that topic.
You know, that sounds a lot easier than spending the hours and hours I have just trying to find the exact right keywords to actually get it to bring up the episode. I mean, usually I just get like a million how to start your own podcast articles. It's really annoying. So that sounds a lot better.
Exactly. When you're looking for something to listen to, just go to listennotes.com, type in a topic you're interested in, and you'll get instant gratification, useful results. That's listennotes.com. Check it out now.
What's a porn that you'd like to see that you haven't seen yet?
Shit. That's a good question. I mean, this is an opportunity to get really creative.
I'm gonna go straight to the point. So there's this porn actress. Her name is Dido Angel. Dido Angel. She's from where's she from? I can always think of it except for now. She's like what's one of those like countries? It's like one of the Netherlands countries. Czechoslovakia. She's Czechoslovakian, and I'd like to see a porno with starring her and myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a
I'd like
good
to
one.
see that too for you. I'd like to watch it. I would download that.
The first 15-second video.
And they didn't have to. Yeah, you hit the page forward 15 seconds button and it's over. The credits are rolling.
The
You know what I
end.
mean? It has credits. Yeah. Pepin is sitting on the edge of the bed crying. She's like texting on her phone and the credits are going up. They're just rolling. He's like, "What happened? I don't know what happened." That's.
Sorry, buddy. That was a low blow.
That was a bit of a low blow, but
It's okay.
But it worked pretty good. It's pretty funny. We didn't find out what my wife's favorite porn is, though.
That's true.
We did not find out. You know, you're like sitting over here looking at me, grilling me about like, oh, I'm going to find out my husband's favorite porn. Like, come on, I'm a dude, all right? Something gets put somewhere, I like it, all right? I'm easy to please, okay?
You should see him with library videos. It's crazy. Those books entering into
Yeah.
their slots.
Oh, yeah. And when you get them in and out. I did this thing one time when we first started dating, and it was pretty funny. It made her laugh. So I was filling up her car for her. She's like, oh, my God, you're such a gentleman. Look at you. You're filling my gas up for me. And it clicked. It was done. And I was like, yeah, I'm such a gentleman. I pull it out. And you know how you got to, like, tap it off. You don't want the last couple drops of gas to dribble down the car. So I start going in and out. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you little slut. You take all this fucking gas, you little whore. Oh, God, you're such a dirty girl. Oh, you're so fucking nasty. Oh, tap, 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 tap. And then I put it back, and she's like, you're such a gentleman. You are such a gentleman. You remember that?
She's looking
It
at
made
you
laugh.
like you're making
Made
this
me
up.
laugh your ass off.
I
was
don't
like,
remember it all.
you don't remember this?
I must have blocked that out.
God, you were such a slut. Oh, you dirty whore. Take it all. And you like thought that shit was hilarious.
Well, it sounds hilarious, to be fair.
I thought it up like a week before we started dating, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is good. Like, bust this out.
Waited for it.
Yeah. Well, if I just do it and it's just me, then, I mean, I could giggle to myself. But I wanted to share that with
Needed
someone.
an audience.
Yeah, I needed an audience.
Steve,
What's that?
how about yourself?
I don't know. I guess it would, that Czech girl and Nate would be pretty hot.
Yeah.
How's her freckle game?
Well, she's Czechoslovakian, so she's like
Freckle Slovakian?
Czechoslovakian.
Oh, okay.
Czechoslovakian.
So she's like she's kind of tanner, like she's olive skin, not quite olive, but kind of like not a little bit darker, but she has like blonde hair and like the European kind of like Swedish look almost, but it's Czechoslovakian. Czechoslovakian's a very particular look. That's kind of my thing, Czechoslovakian girls. But yeah, I like.
So-
if there's a girl from Czechoslovakia, I'd date her. Just
Yeah, you
doesn't-
need to find an Eastern European girl who needs a green card bad, and she would do some shit for you, bro.
This is a great suggestion here.
Yeah, you just need to find some Czech girl. Like, seriously, just find wherever the Czech embassy is and, like, go there and just be like, look, you got any poor 19-year-olds that are, like, begging to get in the country? I can help, right? Like, send them my way. Here's my card. Have them call me. They need a green card. Hey, I need my ass eaten, so we can work something out.
1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Green card, brown card.
You will get your green card if you eat my brown eye.
Oh my
The
god.
old rusty sheriff's badge.
Christina? Your ultimate porn?
I know. What's her favorite porn? You kind of riddled
I
out
know.
that
I'm
one.
thinking.
It's a difficult
Are
question.
there animals
to be
involved?
fair.
No animals. That doesn't do much for me.
Not even frogs?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
Well, no, but when you
No.
kiss the frog, he turns into a giant black dude with a really big hog. I can see women loving that
yeah.
as a porn. Like,
I mean,
you kiss
it
the
was-
frog and then, poof, and then the smoke, and he's standing there and he's got his thing like ready to go, and he just starts giving it to her.
And he's
That's
like, I don't know. And then 15 seconds later,
Write this down. We're gonna make a move on that. That sounds like a pretty good premise.
were you just like talking to the producer?
Yeah. I was making sure somebody over there with a pen and paper wrote that down.
You got that, producer?
Yeah.
I myself want to produce a porn, and it's gonna be like these two girls are going at it, and it's like they're best friends. They go at it, and I kind of walk in and I'm like, oh, what's this? And it's like, oh, well, we just kind of fell in love or making out, and I kind of make a motion like I'm gonna join, and like, no, sorry, we're not into guys. And I'm like, okay, I respect that.
Nate's ultimate porn is he gets rejected by two lesbians,
and then I just leave, respectfully.
and then he stands in the corner and jerks it.
Oh my God.
Let's just go home.
You can see him out of focus in the background through the whole video. Every angle, he pokes in a little bit.
I'm gonna make a porn, I think, where I walk in on my parents fucking.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible. That'd be so awful.
Then I'm gonna do a sequel where I walk in on your parents fucking.
Was that like a
I think that's
like,
possible.
yes,
I mean, I
or-
think I could pull that off.
Complete the
actually.
trilogy, all four of them.
Oh God.
Meet the parents.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joanne. I'm sorry.
Meet the Fockers.
Christina, you got an answer?
No, I don't.
How many men are involved? We'll keep it simple. How many
How
Oh
many dudes
my
are in the porn?
how many guys
God.
are involved in it?
Or how many girls? I mean, I'm not gonna judge.
Well, I was gonna get to that second.
Is it
Oh,
the type of
okay.
thing where it's like the long line of dudes and they're each like, and this girl's like covered. She looks like a Krispy Kreme factory, and these dudes are just glazing her, and she just looks like she's, have you guys ever been to a Krispy Kreme where they put the donuts through and they've got the glazed little glazed fountain and the donuts go over it, but it goes around in a circle or whatever. So the little conveyor belt or whatever that the donuts are getting glazed on has been glazed itself so many times. It's just like encrusted with all this delicious glaze. And that's kind of like how the chick looks in the porn, because it's like 18 dudes, and like when one Asian guy comes all over, he just like goes back to the back of the line and start working it back up again. And I mean, it's got to be the greatest Cialis commercial ever, because it's like, wow, like dude goes to the back of the line, gets it up, and then comes on her again. I mean, that's pretty incredible. But is it like that type of thing where there's like 20 Asian dudes like
No.
around the
If
block?
you said
or-
yes, you could get out of
No.
this.
No.
I know. I
don't think
teed that up for
so.
you pretty well.
Let's see. If I were to
Yeah, you're
have
a,
a good
you're a director.
porn,
Maybe it
if
doesn't
I
have
were
to
to
do
have
with
a
you.
good porn, I would say it would be pretty hot.
You mean like Miami? Or
Let me
like
tell.
Sauna?
I'm like, this is a difficult story to tell. So, the guy would obviously come onto the girl. I don't know what she was doing, and he would just have his way with her. I know it doesn't sound like any porn out there.
Yeah, I think
Totally
that-
unique.
It doesn't even sound familiar to me. Is that on the internet? Doesn't sound like any porn I've ever seen.
We're gonna have to cut that part out of the episode so that we can save it, so no one else steals that idea.
Yeah, we're really gonna have to. We're gonna have to copyright that trademark.
And somehow I'm like, be red. I don't even know. That wasn't even that dirty.
Yeah. I'm imagining this porn where this guy comes in, he holds a gun to her head, and he goes, "Suck my fucking dick, you bitch!" And then he just has his way with her, right? And she's just nothing she can do about it, because he'll blow her fucking brains out if
Oh
she
my
does.
god.
If she doesn't blow his fucking brains out.
Yeah.
Hilarious. This is the most uncomfortable part of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I know, which is so
My
fucking weird
wife's
because we were
favorite porn
talking.
is Bill
So-
Cosby gives a chick a Quaalude and then fucking does what he wants, right? Goes 3 knuckles deep on some poor chick after giving her a Quaalude.
Oh my
Topical. Now we
God.
can add that to the tags. Perfect.
Yeah.
My question is, does he come on her first and have his way with her, or does he?
No, he definitely pleases her first.
Okay,
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
So pleasing her is a big part of it.
Yeah.
He might be half
Yeah.
a rapist, but he is a gentleman.
No, he has to please her first.
Okay.
Then he can be a rapist.
Yeah.
Does
And that's
he-
hot. That's hot. He's like, yeah, he's taking care of her. Okay.
Does he suck her clit through her butthole?
Not through her fucking butthole.
Is that possible?
I don't know, but it would require a lot of suction,
Serious
wouldn't
suction,
it?
yeah.
Wouldn't it? I mean, that's serious suction.
creating
That's
vacuum.
romantic to me. Like, you want to get out of
So
that hard.
romantic.
Yeah.
So romantic.
Does he ball up his fist and punch her square in the titty meat, baby?
I actually have a story about that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Well, yeah, there was that one time at band camp. Well, not band camp. It was more like wrestling camp. But, you know how it works.
Oh, I do. And I know that we need to talk. That was fucking awful.
Yeah, well, it's just...
Fucking awful. You know, speaking about getting at it, you can get at us on Facebook.com/We Need to Talk Show. Actually, no. Fuck Facebook. Fuck them. I'm a delete our Facebook. I'm not
What's
joking.
going on with Facebook? What's happening there?
Facebook is fucking awful. They deleted all of our episodes off of our own Facebook.
Wait, why would they do
All
that?
of them. Because they're fucking whores.
I mean, did they give you a reason? Like they say, oh, you use too much profanity or what?
No, they said that it was spam posting. Our own episode on our own page. And they deleted all of them,
Holy shit.
which is bullshit.
I think fuck them at this point. I mean,
So better yet, you could find us on Twitter at WNTT1.
And we also have a Patreon. And also, I think we're talking about shit happening a lot, and people were naked a lot in this episode.
Definitely.
So I think it relates to something here, right?
Absolutely. That relates to our special guest from the hit podcast, Shit Happens When You Party Naked. Where's the best place to find you guys?
you can find us on Pornhub. You can find us on Back Pages. I hear that's where you go for a dirty encounter. Yeah.
What if they wanted your podcast specifically?
That, yeah. I mean,
Stay
obviously.
focused.
Pornhub.
No, obviously Pornhub is a big sponsor. You can find us on iTunes. So we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Google Play, we're on Stitcher. All those wonderful places that you go to listen to podcasts and not download porn. I don't think Apple lets you put porn up on iTunes. But you can find us on Twitter at SHWYPN.
Okay.
That's the initials for Shit
That
Happens
is.
When You're Naked, right?
That is.
Okay. It sounded good coming out. But and so,
It
yeah.
always does.
You're on Facebook. You're on Instagram.
We're on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page. You can just search for Shit Happens When You Party Naked. You'll probably find us. I've got a couple Instagram accounts that I use to spam the show. So yeah, they haven't shut me down yet.
And we're actually, both our shows are on the same network, podcastnh.com.
Podcastnh.com.
And that's where this episode will actually be as well, because it is a feature episode between two podcasts on the same network. So that's really exciting and highly suggested to check it out.
That is more exciting than the 2 girls, 1 cup stuff we were talking about. That's more exciting than loading the musket. That's even more exciting than 1 guy, 1 jar and bleeding out of his butt, because that's exciting. I guess you can listen to us on Listen Notes too, right? They get our RSS feeds, and they'll, so if you really want to just check out a whole bunch of different podcasts, and you can hit us on Listen Notes as well and listen to all of our fine podcasts.
Absolutely. And then until next time, Nathan.
We need to talk. Hey, if you like this content, check out our friends at GNA Podcast. Find them in the description or on Facebook at GNA Podcast. You love them as much as we do.